Pick a card. Why are they jealous of you? Here are your options, and I'll see what you're reading.
Okay.
Hi, friends. My name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 1, you chose this lovely image on the right-hand side of the screen, and your downloads go as follows. Why are they jealous of you? They being whomever is on your mind, or you can utilize this as a general reading for anyone who might experience that feeling of jealousy towards you. You, pile number 1, are unbothered. Things magically work out for you. You have disconnected, and they fail to demonize that. They tried to, but it didn't work. You're not stuck in fight or flight or fawn. It's fight mode ignited if necessary. You, pile number 1, are a true speaker, and people are running for the hills. People are at a loss. How are you speaking on the very things that make people quake inside their boots? Family secrets about to be exposed, and they're coming for you. But if they come for you, they will find you. And they are low-key jealous that you are the one that broke the cycle while they instead fed it. So pile number 1, if this sounds like you, or if this sounds entertaining, go ahead and stick with me for the shuffle and your subsequent reading in 3, 2, 1. Welcome, welcome. If you're new here, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. And if you are indeed a repeat offender, thank you guys so much for your patience and for your love and your support. Super excited to be here. Pile number 1, why are they jealous of you? You have restful and you have blessings. What? Let's have a peek here as we zoom in. So prioritize the self-care, peaceful balance, calm, free from agitation. Because you can think clearly, you're undisturbed, unhurried, centered, going with the flow, because you take time out to enjoy the smaller things in life. So one thing, this kind of reinforces the unbothered, but also this kind of reinforces what I've been kind of preaching on for the past, I don't know, maybe a couple of months now, that self-love is the best love. Maybe it's been longer than that. But basically, if you don't really take care of yourself, if you don't love yourself enough to really invest in yourself, then certainly no one else will. I guess that's a bad way to put it. But I'm just going to say that people are really jealous that you have this ability to do it. Now, I feel like it's your right to do it. But a lot of people, I feel like, that are on this pool of people that are experiencing jealousy currently about you, they have a thing called martyrdom. I feel like they are self-martyring themselves, in order to feel better or to fulfill some kind of a purpose that they can't quite really achieve. So we're going to get more into that in just a bit. But also then we have blessings right here. So ease of expression, natural talents, strengths, and abilities that come easily. Success and fulfillment, favorable circumstances and expansion, taking action and pursuing goals, balanced emotionally and creative. So yeah, something about your creativity. And I'm going to say also that people that feel this jealousy vibe towards you currently will definitely say about you that perhaps things come easily to you. Almost like you didn't even put in any effort, that you're busy taking self-care, taking care of yourself. And it's almost like people, you know what I'm hearing is pretty privileged. So whether you're handsome, you're a male, or you're a female, beautiful, I get the pretty privilege. And however that would play out in your life. Now, I'm definitely not saying, pile number one, that this is a fact. This is other people's perception. But I definitely feel like you have like some priorities on right. In other words, I feel like you believe that taking care of your health and resting up for yourself makes you a better person, but it also opens up the door for you to be a better provider, a better caretaker, a better, I don't know, a better parent, a better employee, all the way around. And so that has really worked well for you. And then we have the Aquarius. So that could be someone here, that could be you, or that could be prominent in your chart as well. We have the number 9, and then here we have the number 100. So very interesting. You could be seeing these numbers in conjunction next to each other. Also, even like counting your blessings, and even I feel like you would be a person that you would count your blessings before they hatch. Now that's like, you know, usually you'd say count your blessings before, I don't even know how to finish that, before they happen, or count your chickens before they hatch. In other words, you're counting eggs and you're like, yeah, these 10 eggs are going to be 10 chickens, sort of a thing. But that you don't sweat the small stuff is really the vibe that I'm getting. I want to get in here a little bit closer. All right, so pile number 1. Why are they jealous of you? Now, this came out in the pre-shuffle. We have spilled the tea with the number 43. And if you look, this person is just really kind of good within her own energy. There's a lot of teacups right here. I feel like this is just stating that you have a lot of other people's secrets, or a lot of other people's ears, right? That you have this ability that people will tell you everything and anything. And it's your prerogative whether you choose to like share that or not. But I feel like spill the tea. Other people want you to spill the tea, and you are not somebody for that. It's almost like, yeah, I hold the secrets, but I will balance everything out in a manner that suits me, and I keep confidences. That's really what I'm getting from this part of your reading. I don't always read that card that way, but that is how I'm feeling right here. It's that good grief. Everybody tells you everything. They tell you all about their lives. And, you know, for example, I'm an optician by trade, for those of you guys that don't know. And I do have people that tell me everything, literally everything. I've had people show me pictures of their revenge body or the body glow up, and they're all in the buff, you know, and I didn't ask for that. Just to be clear, I didn't ask for that, but here we are. And, you know, they'll tell me everything, their life story or whatever they're currently going through. And I've even had people like leave my table and go, hey, thanks for the free therapy session. They kind of laugh, which to me is an honor, by the way. But I feel like you could be very similar to that. It's like people naturally get attracted to you. And it seems like you hold other people's confidences. I don't know, you juggle it well. You manage to kind of hold on to things that are personal to other people in a manner that is graceful. People know that you're not going to be spilling the tea with just anybody or for any reason, that sort of thing, that you're very trustworthy. And I feel like that can irritate people that are jealous of you. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, we have support system with the number 20. Yeah. Oh, look at that. So if you see right here, right on her arm, it's almost like another wing right here. And she's like half butterfly, half human, I guess. And this person is lending her a wing. And it's almost like, you know, you could do, like we say in Puerto Rico, we say haciendo maromas, like doing all sorts of bendy things and trying to, you know, sometimes rub Peter to pay Paul, or, you know, attempting a lot of different things. And it looks like her body position is like impossible to achieve anyways. And so it could be like you could be doing the impossible, and people get jealous of you because people will lend you a helping hand when they see you kind of even trying to bend towards whatever it is, whether you're working like 2-3 jobs, whether you're trying to support, you know, family or going to school or doing both. It's like people will actually lend you a hand, and that hand that they lend you actually enables you to fly and enables you to be somebody who fulfills, I'm hearing, their destiny, but also fulfills their dreams as well. And so I could see why people, you know, would kind of harbor some jealousy towards you. Just saying, Paul, number 1. So in the center, front and center, we have, what is this? Driver's seat. What? Now, these are brand new cards. If you guys are interested, these are Cosmic Star by vibe about it. I have a couple of her decks now, and they do not fail. They're stunning, by the way, if you're a reader. So in the driver's seat, yeah, people are jealous of you. Why are they jealous of you? Because you're in control. You're empowered. Are you strategic? In fact, I saw strategic as being strange. The word I saw in my mind's eye was strange instead of strategic. So you could consider yourself to be strange. I do personally. By the way, consider myself, not you, obviously. But victory, won't back down, leading the way, master of their destiny, calling the shots, active role, progress, not easily persuaded by others, and has a backbone. So it could be said about you that you are in the driver's seat. Maybe you are like the ringleader or somebody who doesn't even take social cues, not like you're not socially aware and proficient, but that you're not going to bend to whatever society or other people think is permissible, is okay, is not okay, that sort of thing. So you could be the rule breaker, you could be the black sheep, that sort of thing. And I feel like people are jealous of you because it seems like everything always works out for you. And this really frustrates people, especially I'm hearing the little goody two-shoes, or people that think that they are goody two-shoes, right? That they do everything right, that they show up on time, and they go with the narrative, and they do as expected, and they do as they're told, and they're still sacrificing. I feel like you could be somebody who inadvertently, even if you're not like in direct line of fire within their life, I don't know, even if you're on the periphery, like if you're a friend of a friend, I feel like people could get jealous of you because of these things. So pile number 1, if you are liking these kind of readings, please do take a moment to give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Also, if you could do me a solid and go ahead and click that little notification bell so that you get notified when I drop further readings. Pile number 1, why are they jealous? You have the 2 of Wands. You could be an explorer. You have places to go, things to do. You have a lot of interests. You've overcome a lot with all these mountains in the back, and yet life is still fulfilling and beautiful for you. Even if this is like a little block of snow, it could be that's melting, or if indeed it's just a simple rock. It seems like you are unfazed by your surroundings, and you keep the idea that, you know what, I have the 2 of Wands. I have the one that I've done explored. I've been there before. I've, know how to navigate all these mountains, but I can look through my grand telescope, my magical telescope, and I can look towards the future and really be a visionary and see what is left for me to explore. What else is there for me to do? It seems like you're always on a new adventure, and people do get jealous of that because they allow life or the entrapments of what it is that they've earned, whether it's like a house or home or family and things like that. And those are not in themselves entrapments, but if you allow it to rule your life and that's the only thing you're living for, and keep in mind, I'm adding this, and you have a desire to do something else, but you hold back, then that could be something that is, kind of holding you back, for lack of a better way of putting it. So you have the Emperor. Wow. Okay. So pile number 1 with the number 4, right? We have the 2 and 4. It seems like everything gets divided by, like, whenever you enter the room or something like that, people get automatically jealous because people's attention gets divided. If they were having a conversation, all of a sudden they are thinking or looking at you or glancing at you, that sort of a thing. But also that you're going places, and also that you are the master of your own destiny, the master of your own life, and also that you have a set idea about like what you want to happen in your life, or where it is that you're headed, or what it is that your abilities are. And pile number 1, to make it clear, I also feel like people are jealous because they really realize that you don't think that you have it all like down pat, and you have, the secret sauce or this potion to figure out all the things. But what you do have is faith on your ability that you're going to make it through whatever it is that you need to make it through, and a sense of adventure that sometimes really does die within us at a young age if we allow life or other factors to really take that joy and that optimism or that curiosity away from us. So yeah, the fact that you say, you know what, I'm going to do it, and you go ahead and do it, and people get jealous of that. And it's like, well, I mean, I want to do that. Well, yeah, but they didn't do anything about it. They didn't step to the 1, and from a 1 there was a desire, then the 2, it's like options. emotions. They just kept it a dream. And that is partially why these people are feeling extremely jealous of you. So that is what I have. Let me know what you guys think about this. Much, much love to you. Until next time, namaste.
Okay.
Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 2, you chose this lovely image on the right hand side of the screen, and your downloads go as follows. Why are they jealous of you? They being whomever you have in mind, or it could be a general reading for you. You're the calm in the eye of the storm. The truth doesn't have to remember and scramble and be fabricated because, fabricated for, okay, start over again. Truth doesn't have to be remembered and scrambled and fabricated. Facts or memory. That was all jumbled, but basically what I meant was the truth doesn't have to be remembered in order for you to be able to speak it, okay? It takes no effort. I feel like you speak the truth from the clarity of your soul. And I also think that, you know, you don't fabricate things the way other people around you do. So people that have eyes of jealousy upon you, whomever they are, if you have one specific or a couple or none, just in general, definitely are people that are liars. I'm going to say it like that. Maybe I should have led with that foot, but here we are, you and I. So you've trained for this your entire life. You're looking more fit or more centered, more grounded, and more informed. You have solutions at your fingertips, and you could be clairvoyant, claircognizant. You could be a tarot reader, or you could be a medium. You're not afraid to scuffle. After all, it's been an unfair brawl towards you your entire life. And this could be mentally, physically, emotionally. You've endured so much. You've learned not to be intimidated or manipulated. And that, pile number 2, scares them. Pile number 2, if this sounds like you, or if this sounds intriguing, join me for the shuffle and your subsequent reading in 3, 2, 1. Welcome. Pile number 2, if you are new to my channel, I want to extend a super warm welcome to you. And for those of you guys that are indeed my repeat offenders, I am so excited. Thank you guys so much for your support, all your comments. I really enjoy engaging with you. Pile number 2, why are they jealous of you? You have high class. And you have fulfilled. Now you're also going to hear my puppy snoring. He's just chilling with me right here. So, enjoys finer things in life. Poised, growth, mindset. Does not settle for less, refined. Knows their worth. High social circle, rich, aware when people are pulling a fast one. Nobody, you know what, in spite of like, I think we have some connotations about like being high class. It's not just about your looks or how much money and things like that. Not only are you high class, but people are jealous because I feel like you're high-minded as well. You're like book smart and street smart. It's like you got all the goods. I'm hearing my milkshake brings all the boys of the yard. Good for you. Then we have number 40, open-hearted, joyful connections, wiser at choosing a partner, falling in love, job offer or raise, starting business venture, emotional richness, love, fertility, passion, loving oneself, healing, forgiving others, open-minded and welcoming and optimistic. So these could be definitely things that also could evoke jealousy in others, right? Whether you're looking at one person or have one person in mind or a couple. So I definitely feel like your wishes do get fulfilled. And with your open-heartedness, it's like you're high class, but you're still open-hearted. And how difficult is that? I definitely feel, pile number 2, that in society as we know it today, it is a very big challenge to have both combined. And I feel like you're a rare specimen. I also feel like you're not one to easily be caught, is what I'm hearing. That's an interesting way to put it. So whether you're partnered, not partnered, I don't know, but I'm just saying that even friendship-wise, people aren't able to rope you in simply because they want to. And I don't want to say that that poses more of a challenge, but kind of it does. All right, so that does evoke jealousy in some people. So pile number 2, you have festivities. What? These cards are stunning. If you are a reader or if you're curious, these cards are Cosmic Star by Vibe About It. You can find that on Etsy. She has so many gorgeous decks. Go visit her. Tell her I said, hey. Enjoying life. Remaining positive. Uphill climb. Social gathering. Friendly competition. Grateful for what you have. Attracts new friends. Celebrating achievements and all eyes on you. So again, with that feeling of wherever it is that you go, people just see you, I feel like, as an automatic star. With the number 2 right here, I feel like it's, to me, alluding to the fact that you could be very versatile. You could juggle a couple of different things all at once. But whatever it is that you do it with great poise. Even if, my friend, you are somebody who is in construction. I've seen y'all on TikTok doing your construction videos and stuff like that. A lot of you guys are poised. So anyways, pile number 2, why are they jealous of you? All aboard. I'm hearing, how can you not hear Ozzy Osbourne in that? Dunna, 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 just kidding. So yeah, a crazy train, huh? Okay. So this does have a lot to do with the mind right here. And maybe perhaps it's like you take people for a ride like none other. So people could be really lured by you. I'm looking at all this red right here. I feel like people could be very passionate about you as well. I'm definitely very curious. Maybe it's like your social status. You run in circles. Or you have like high value friends, whatever that would mean, right? I feel like any friend of yours is you're going to prize them like they're high value, whether they're, I don't know, they're high in society or they're, don't have a lot of money, or they do have, it doesn't make a difference. It's like they're your friends. So yeah, they're upper crust to you regardless. But the all aboard, I feel like you might have some really wild ideas. And these ideas definitely get fulfilled with the festivities also. Maybe you are somebody who people enjoy talking to. They could really enjoy your mind. Your mind could be like really just, I don't want to say crazy train, but that's the song that came to my mind. And the fact is, it's like, I feel like you could have so many different stories about like your past, your present, future. It's almost like this train can go anywhere, and you're very versatile. So depending, you could kind of put that train in reverse and like go ahead and talk about the past, or you can move it forward. And you could really, you have a lot of skills that are like lateral, that will, I'm hearing transcend, but that's not what I mean. You can talk to anybody. You can talk to kings, and you can talk to religious people at the dinner table, and you can, rub elbows with the construction people and the people that are painters and those that are therapists. It doesn't make a difference. You have something of high value, high class to really offer everyone. And maybe you are somebody who really likes, I'm hearing upcycle, or you like to wear like vintage clothing, right? Or clothing that is simply something that would feel that's really legit vintage, and maybe you just found it and you found a way to make it look like it's very old school, and it's not. So you have, things like people want to invite you to their parties. They're like, ooh, is pile number 2 going to be there? And people could get really jealous of you because they're not asking about other people. They're asking about you. They're like, no, I just wonder, is pile 2 going to come? So if you have a spouse, not to be offensive, but here we are making people mad. Just kidding. It would be like, oh yeah, pile number 2's spouse is coming, or, partner. And then they're like, no, but is pile number 2 coming? Are they going to make it? And they're like, oh yeah, that's a real topic. So that's what's being discussed anyways. But that's a real question, is like, yeah, the spouse is coming, great. But is pile number 2 going to be here? That's what I want to know, because then I want to be there as well. So why are they jealous of you? Pile number 2. Commune with nature. Yeah, your third eye could be wide open. You could be somebody who writes or keeps their diary, or you keep a lot of thoughts kind of private. And that's why when you do open up, it's like if you get a little bit like liquored up or a little whatever, people hope that you will share a little bit more about what's in your mind. Now, you could also love to wear like space buns. I love odd hair. If you guys know me at all, I'm all about the weird hair. The weirder the better. I'm going to love it regardless. And commune with nature. So you could be like a kitchen witch or a forest fairy, or you can identify with anything like that. But I feel like you could really get grounded being outside in nature. And I feel like you commune with nature. It's like you see things. And the same way that the seasons tell us, okay, you know, it's going to be, you know, when the leaves turn, now it's going to be winter, and these things are going to happen. You know, or the same thing as summer, the trees like become fuller and more beautiful and green, whatever. It's like you have an ability to read the room, you read the atmosphere, you read wherever it is that you enter, and you're very in touch with the moon, with your emotions, right? I feel like you get downloads. Yeah, you could definitely be clairsentient as well. We did talk about you being a tarot reader, so that could be a thing right here. But also I feel like you're very interesting to look at. Like people want to look at you, and you could love, I mean, I have and have had in the past a lot of like odd pieces of clothing. And so, and I know they're weird, but I just love them and I don't care. So, you know, people could be like, well, that's kind of weird. And you could just rock it, you know. I don't know, last month I went with a friend of mine to the rodeo, and, you know, I definitely did not look like I was going to rodeo, didn't match with anybody in the rodeo, but it was a lot of fun. And you could be someone like that. It's like you dress for you, you know, dress for the occasion almost like dresses for you. It's almost like they anticipate you being there. And it could be like, you know, a bunch of people going, what is pile number 2 going to be wearing? They're going to be there, I heard. Well, let's, you know, kind of do this. And they want to kind of jump on that bandwagon a little bit so they can kind of mimic or take parts of you and kind of simulate that. So very interesting to me. So pile number 2, we got 3 cards. If you are liking these kind of readings, please do take a moment to like, share, comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate that. It will help the algorithm to reach other people that maybe could use my readings. I did get a comment, I don't know, like on my last video, that they're like, your algorithm, I'm not going to help it reach anything. And I'm like, okay, well, you do you. Fine. Next. So if it doesn't work for you, that's fine too. But for those of you guys that are supportive, I am super grateful. Also, pile number 2, don't forget to click that little notification bell where you get notified when I drop further readings. So why are they, whoever they are, jealous of you? Did you sleep on them? 10 of Swords. These are harsh endings. These are harsh words. I feel like it's because you survive harshness. Look, what did I tell you? So I feel like people get jealous of you because they know that you've had harsh endings. And it seems like no matter what happens to you in life, it's like you keep getting up, but when you do, it gets better and better and better and better. Even if you have like a harsh ending every year, or this could be failed relationships. This could be like the parting of ways of best friends. This could be like job losses. It doesn't make a difference. The minute they turn around, you've like quadrupled what you had to begin with, and you are better. And it's like you're happy. I think elephants have thick skin, right? But they're incredibly smart. They're very intelligent, and they have long memories. And I think the little top hat's a little performative energy right here, maybe. But you don't take these like endings, even though they hurt and they could be agonizing. And I'm not saying anything to minimize like your pain at all, not whatsoever. But I'm going to say people get really jealous of you because it seems like even your most painful experiences get utilized, and some way, somehow, it becomes a glow up for you. Maybe perhaps you're somebody like you share your, story time on TikTok or IG or whatever. And you're like, well, let me tell you about the time when I lost my finger. I don't know why that came to mind, but it could be story time about anything, about how I lost my hair, and it seems like out of that, like, horrible story, something beautiful comes out of it, and people just really instantly fall in love with you. So you could be someone like that you have this ability to transmute negativity. I feel also that you have a lot of gratitude for being able to see, maybe even if it took you a long time to see things that were not good for you. and have these harsh, painful endings. So you could be someone that you kind of have a positive or just a different slant on looking at things. For example, another example, and you know, two perspectives, but I feel like I did everything in my marriage to be able to make it work. And towards the very end, I was miserable. You know, no surprise there, because, you know, divorce. But then next thing you know, my then husband showed up at the court, and he calls me and he goes, I'm at court, I'm about to file for divorce. And I just told him literally, you do what you got to do, you know, do what you got to do. And so I feel like I did everything within my power with like therapy, with, you know, trying to get counseling for both of us. He refused to go, whatever. It doesn't even matter now. But the point of the matter is that, like, out of that was incredibly painful. Did I cry? Yes. Was I devastated? Yes. Did I want, you know, it wasn't because I wanted the marriage intact. That's not the point. The point was I didn't want to lose my family. I wanted somehow to fix it, but I was not happy anyways, you know? So in the end, he did me a favor and he released us from, you know, this commitment that we both not happy with. So kudos to him. Shout out to the ex-husband. I'm just kidding. So you could have something like that in your life as well, right? And I was not intending on getting an extra, but this one came out. So what do we have? Yeah, your cutoff game is on point. So pile number 2, people are jealous of you because you have this ability to, you know, cut things off or accept things that are endings, because that's what the death card is, and know that you're going to have to go ahead and start all over again. But you'll start out with better tools, better equipped, better mindset. You'll know where the fertile ground is. You'll know what pitfalls to avoid. And you're going to try it again, or try something again and go at it again. The number 13 reduces to 4. And so I'm happy to report that people really get jealous of you, because when you do experience endings, incredible, like things that would level people up, things that would keep people in therapy for years and years and years without a glimmer of progress, seemingly stuck on a cycle. And yet here you are, pile number 2. You know, it seems like you've had it easy, and that's definitely not a fact. But people just look at you and go, well, how did they bounce back from that? And how is it that they're, you know, self-sufficient and doing well? And it's like now whatever they plant is growing, and they don't have to ask for help from the outside. And, you know, they have the wherewithal or the power to be able to allow people to come into their garden and enjoy their wealth and prosperity, or they can remain single, or they can remain autonomous, right? And have that autonomy regardless if they're in another relationship. So whatever this is that you have done, I feel like you outperformed so many others within your bracket, whatever that means. Like this could be school, this could be the age demographic, this could be work, whatever, siblings, it could be anything, generational thing, right? Family. But whatever this is, you have this ability to overcome and advance. So the story to you, pile number 2, is one of overcoming and advancing. And that's why people do get jealous of you. But really, if they had the correct perspective, they would see that you are one that could really inspire people. It's not about jealousy, but you know what? We're here for the topic. So whatever, it is what it is. But you're here to, you know, overcome and become outstanding. I love that for you. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you do, please let me know in the comments below. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Much love to you. Until next time, namaste.
Okay.
Hi, friends. My name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 3, you chose this lovely image on the right-hand side of the screen, and your downloads go as follows. Why are they jealous of you? This is not the right one. One moment, please. Here we are. You have to turn the page to get to pile number 3. Why are they jealous of you? You, pile number 3, are divinely protected. You've entered a stage where you're off-grid, obscured, or removed and protected from people who could do you harm, wish you harm, or wish the worst upon you or disturb your peace. You're listening to God, Source, your inner dialogue, or something unseen and untouchable. Your skin could be clearing up. You could dress in monochromes. You have a relaxed, quiet confidence. You're not easily fooled, nor do you seek outside validation, approval, or guidance. People are curious about you, while others hold their breath. Pile number 3, when I was channeling these messages, I did them this morning, what I really got was that I kept seeing this womb. It's almost like in the womb. So you can take it as like a maternal womb. I guess it'd be both maternal, but literally a child in gestation and going through stages of that. So maybe you are growing something. Maybe you yourself are growing, but you're divinely protected in that way. Or also, perhaps you're a little bit like that kangaroo jumping into the mama's pouch and being protected in that way. So I feel like there's this overall protection around you, and it's going to be good. And I'm hearing also utilize this time to rest, to regroup, to rejuvenate, because you're going to be approaching a time where things are going to get really, really busy. And now is the time for you to decompress and process a lot of things, even within your body that have been kind of stuck in your body energetically for a long time. So let us, didn't plan on channeling more than that. Here we are though. So pile number 3, if this sounds like you, or if this sounds interesting, go ahead and join me for the shuffle and your subsequent reading in 3, 2, 1. Welcome, welcome. Pile number 3, if you are new here, then I hope that you find something that is helpful or hopeful. If you're indeed my repeat offender, I am so grateful to have you here. Thank you guys for all of your comments, your likes, shares, all of your suggestions. It's been really fun to read through your comments, and hopefully I've answered most of them. I will get to the others if I have not. So pile number 3, why are they jealous? This could be a particular person, or this could be just a general read for the. You have productive. Well, you have Amy Winehouse. And you have glamorous. The glamorous. Okay. So efforts are paying off, gaining new skills, new direction in career, profitable in the long term. Diligent apprentice, hardworking, following through on goals, aligning with strong partnerships. And then we have glamorous right here with the puppy. How cute. Emotional fulfillment, fertility and harmony in life and or love. Fruitful, glow up, surgical procedures that enhance looks, prosperous. Nurturing projects, manifesting emotional support, family. Increase in finances, buying a lottery ticket. Money magnet. Okay. So, yeah, you could look like either one of them maybe. Maybe you spend a lot of time gardening, but definitely whatever it is that your hands are building currently, whatever it is that you're doing with your hands, whether you are knitting, you are, I don't know, diligently raising a family, that's part of what your hands are doing. If you are a part of a company, one of the cogs in a company, this is definitely something that still applies, as you are a crucial part of that company and your productivity is hands down next to none. So people really value you. I feel like people, could be really jealous because almost it seems like whatever it is that you do prospers. It's like nothing that you do seems to go unnoticed in other people, and maybe even you don't even know this. Pile number 3, I feel like even people could be talking about the things that you do, and you would have no idea about this because you think, well, I'm minding my own business and I'm making my own little, maybe you're making like a pond area, or you're redecorating your home, or you're doing your backyard and nobody else knows about it, whatever. And you're not plugged into the socials, right? But it's like people have seen you work diligently over time, right? And being productive. And they're starting to see that you are gleaning whatever it is that you were after initially, or that you had this like long view where other people had no idea. And I'm hearing dementia. People thought that, I'm sorry to laugh, that didn't mean it that way, but I just feel like people thought that maybe you're kind of crazy or out of your mind, or like you were slipping, right? They want to catch you slipping. But instead, what they're catching is that they're catching feelings, first of all. So you could have a lot of people that are jealous of you, but are slipping into kind of like an obsessive thing where they start falling in love with you, that sort of thing. That does happen actually. And so, yeah, but people are seeing that your efforts are paying off and that you have these skills. And maybe you do have like a new advancement, a new career that, isn't really evident to a lot of people, or they're really curious about it, or you're not very transparent about it, or it's a little bit like mysterious. But whatever it is, I'm going to say that you have a lot of glamour to you. So whatever this project is, maybe you're in the beauty business, maybe you're in like cosmetic surgery business, right? And you're somebody who like welcomes people and gives them, the tour of the facility, or maybe perhaps you sell in packages, or maybe you are the actual physician, the surgeon, or whatever. It could be something in beauty, or like beauty brand, beauty projects, this would be a clothing line, anything like that. People are really starting to see that is paying off for you. Maybe other people, I feel like online, are actually taking more of a notice of you, and things are picking up, like momentum is picking up. Now, I just saw on camera 411, and 411, what is that, right? It's information. You're the person that people come to for information, but also people want information about you. Why? Because of the glamour, whatever they perceive to be is being glamorous, right? And also because you are super productive. It seems like you're lucky. Everything I touch turns to gold, right? Pile number 3. Why are they jealous of thee? Communication. With the number 67, the struggle is over. You'll be inundated with emails, calls, or offers. Projects will grow wings. That's what we're talking about. Moving forward swiftly, choose wisely. You will hear from someone you've been waiting for. So yes, and quickly, and this is bound to happen fast. So this could be something you've been investing in. Somebody here is waiting to hear back from like a college, whether there's been an acceptance letter, and I feel like you'll get many acceptance letters, and it'll definitely be a call as to which one do you want to go to. People could be jealous of that as well. So why are they jealous? Pile number 3, if you're indeed liking these kind of readings, do take a moment to like, share, comment, subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me if you did. It would help reach the algorithm. If you choose not to, that's perfectly fine too. I've had people in my all up in my comments, y'all, telling me I'm not going to support you. I'm like, okay. All right. Not a problem. Anyways, but why are they jealous of you? Don't forget to click that little notification bell where you will get notified when I drop further readings. Pile number 3, Wallflower. Really? With the number 22. That is so beautiful. And Midas touch. Yep. So again, it seems to me like there's a lot on your mind, a lot of things that you have not spoken about. And I feel like people get jealous of you because maybe there's a lot blooming in your mind. So I feel like you are somebody who's very open-minded, open-hearted as well. But most of all, I feel like your mind is, I don't know, it's very fertile. It's like you can kind of invent whatever it is that you want to invent. And you can make it work. And that you figure out how to make the cogs work together. You figure out like how to nurture it and make it grow, make it bloom, and people are really fascinated with that. Also, I feel like maybe once upon a time when you were younger, or maybe in the beginning of this process, whatever this is, if you know what this is, then maybe perhaps you were like a wallflower. Maybe you didn't speak a lot, or you were kind of quiet, kind of shy. That defines me, believe it or not. I am actually very shy, believe it or not. So I'm very quiet for the most part, unless I know you super well, and then I'll probably talk your ear off. But otherwise, I'm just going to observe until I know what's up, right? And so I definitely feel like you could be somebody who has been on the quiet side, or people don't really know you. There's a lot of people that want to get to know you. Yeah, and they feel like you are glamorous and productive, that your communication style is really different. Here's contrast. Here is contrast, okay? This is really beautiful. It's almost like maybe once upon a time you were viewed as a wallflower, or maybe in the family you're the one that just didn't speak a lot. You had these soulful eyes, or have these soulful eyes, and maybe perhaps you've outgrown this, or spirit is like, no, you're in communication. You could be in communication. Somebody here is in travel, but I hear communication. I also hear, like, what is it called? The car industry, whatever that is, like where you can you know, rent fleets or take care of fleets of vehicles for whatever reason. Like, is it enterprise, things like that? I feel like somebody's involved with that kind of a thing. But just communication, you could be involved. You could be somebody on the internet. You could be a promoter. But whatever it is, it's like you are somebody who is very eloquent, that people don't really know how to compare you to the version they knew once upon a time, to the version that you are today, or people that you, maybe even the new people that you meet, or just don't even know you, they come across your work, let's say, right? You write pamphlets, you write technical articles for whatever magazine, or how to instructions on how to do this and that and the other, and it's all based on communication. And if people were to look into your background, they would never guess that you were the quiet one, or the one that withheld, or the one that really held back from speaking their truth or speaking at all, maybe out of shyness, maybe out of whatever reason. But to compare to where you're at right now, people would never guess that, right? People really are shocked when they hear that I'm shy, actually. And a lot of them actually don't believe it. It's kind of funny, but they don't. Anyway, so yeah, but your hands are touching many things. I feel like you got a lot of fingers in the pies, all the pies, right? You could be somebody who has a lot going on, and every time people turn around, it's like, well, how come that's sprouting, and this is sprouting, and this plant is sprouting, and there's a lot going on, and why are they getting recognized? You know, maybe you were featured in a magazine, maybe you model, maybe you are you do makeup or whatever, and it's starting to really pop off for you, and people want that attention. They want to collaborate with you. Yeah, so it could be any of these things. It could be big scale, small scale, but people, just the simple fact that you have this ability to communicate your truths, but also communicate something that I feel like is a value, right? Because whatever's on your mind is turning to gold. Whatever it is that you're communicating the way that you do, you have the power of persuasion via words. So you could be a poet, a writer, a speaker, public, I don't know, motivator, public speaker, anything like that. And is very inspiring for other people as well. But they definitely want to compare past versions of you. And those that didn't know you, again, they want to dive into your past. And it's like, oh, pile number 3 was a quiet person, or nobody really knew, you know, what was going on with them. And then all of a sudden they pop off with this big communication thing. So, and some of you guys can develop apps for communication as well, like apps for your phone and things like that. So pile number, they haven't fulfilled their own purpose and their own destiny, so they're looking at your plate to see what you have going on, really. Strength, rawr. Yep. I'm trying to think of her channel. Oh my gosh, I really love her. I don't remember her channel. Anyway, she has a great channel. If I think of it, I will put it in the comments below as well. But I love her readings because she like reads and then she laughs, and it cracks me up. I love her laugh. But anyways, I have the strength card right here. This is a Leo card, right? And this is about kind of like being on stage. This is like, hey, look at me, hear me roar, that kind of a thing. This is always on fire. But this is also somebody who has conquered their inner demons, conquered their inner, I don't want to say disabilities, but their inner, maybe challenges is a better way to put it. Yeah, if you had a hard time speaking. I definitely, again, I had a hard time speaking my truth. I always felt like, and I would tell people, I would rather swallow barbed wire than speak. That's how I felt at the time. And so it's taken me a lot to really be able to express myself. I always did it via a book. I would write a lot, but never out loud. So the Page of Cups. Yeah, and people could be very jealous of you because you have this ability to express yourself. Also that you could be very beautiful, very handsome, that your hair could be very much on point. You could have like big hair or that lion's mane that we're so familiar with as far as Leos go and things like that. But definitely being on the spotlight, that you are embracing that. And also I feel like there is a, hey, you know what, the pose is the same between this little lobster guy and this little strength guy, this Leo lion guy. So yeah, you could be like arms wide open, like I have nothing to hide, and take a look and see this is what I'm about, and communicate your truth and your facts accordingly. Page of Cups is somebody who has a lot of affection, right? So you could talk a lot to people that are maybe younger than you, or relate a lot to children, teenagers, things like that. Or you could talk a lot about maybe even the early stages of communication, or the early stages of manifesting or love, or things like that that elicit a lot of emotion. So maybe you're somebody who communicates about things that made you emotional once upon a time. Yeah, and that you've been able to overcome, and you've been able to really grow. You've been able to utilize those tough times in order to sow some seeds, in order to have flowers bloom, and so on and so forth. I feel like I want one more card. Pile number 3. Why are they, whoever they are, jealous of thee? And show me now. Don't be throwing stuff. Boredom. What? Boredom? Looking at things superficially, protecting yourself too much, feeling ungrateful, looking outward, need to reassess financial matters in life, time to risk opening yourself up emotionally. So yeah, this talks about like, look, opening up, being repressed, not being too guarded. So maybe perhaps you were too guarded, you had too many walls up, and really I, again, can relate. This reading is not for me, but kind of. This is about having too many walls up and not really being aware of the fact that sometimes when you have the walls up too high and too sturdy, you can keep the bad out, but you can also keep the good out as well. And so it's going to be very important for you to really continue to overcome this, to achieve, to work at it. And I feel like you really have. You made great strides. I feel like you're being recognized as somebody who has made great strides in that way. And so I commend you. But I just want to let you know, and you know, that you're being acknowledged as somebody who has overcome so much, especially in this area of your life. And maybe that's a constant challenge for you. It is for me, by the way. So you're not alone if that is your case, or if that is your narrative. So yeah, people could be jealous because you continue working on things. You just don't give up. You're not like, you know, I had somebody tell me, well, Priscilla, I'm so-and-so age. I mean, who's going to want me now, or what's going to, and I don't think that way, honestly. I mean, we all get to a certain age, and we can look and have that mindset, that attitude, but it's like, look, I want me if nobody else does, right? And so I feel like you inspire other people to think the same way, and to know that, you know what, just because we're grown, just because, you know, we reach a certain age or tax bracket, whatever, it doesn't mean that we just shut down and we're done growing, and we enter this boredom status where nothing makes us happy. Why do we get bored? Because we're not growing, because we're not excited about where we can go, right? I feel like most of us get out of bed and think, okay, well, what can we do? What, you know, I have to have something like motivating me. It's like your solar plexus needs to be activated, in other words, and you making small changes is really inspiring other people to want to grow and achieve those things. But I feel like it also sparks, as a byproduct, and it elicits like jealousy in other people. And this is people that cannot see their own beauty, their own power, their own ability to really overcome obstacles. I feel like you are definitely somebody who's overcome so very much, so many obstacles that it's crazy. And instead of feeling jealous, people could really be inspired by you. But I don't know, maybe perhaps the more that you talk, the less jealousy people will experience, and they'll feel more inspired. Just a thought. But that's what I have for you. Much love to you. Until next time, namaste.